Hey, what's going on, guys? So it's kind of early in the morning here, and I'm not able to sleep. So I figured, you know what? Let me just upload another VPX table. So I was going through the pages on VP Universe, and I came on this table called Supersonic, and I want to talk to you about it because it's fairly interesting. It's got a little bit of history that I think you'll enjoy. So, Supersonic was a solid state table from Bally, released in 1979. And it was really popular because it sold more than 10,300 units. So, that's a lot. Remember, we talked about this before. Some solid states never reached, 3,000, selling past 3,000 units. So, 10,000 is a lot. It was also designed by a man named George Kmiec, who worked on a lot of Bally tables from the mid 70s to the late 80s. And some of his tables that he worked on includes Amigo. He worked on Wizard from Bally, released in 1975. Remember how popular Wizard was. So Wizard was another popular game, sold around 10,000 units as well. Bow and Arrow, Old Chicago from 76, Aladdin's Castle, Captain Fantastic, sold around 16,000 units. So that was a really popular one. He worked on Knight Rider, Bobby Orr's Power Play. So Bobby Orr's Power Play produced around 13,000 units. The $6 Million Man, 10,000 units. Paragon, 9,000 units. Harlem Globetrotters on tour, 14,000. Xenon, 11,000. So he worked on all these tables in the 70s and 80s that sold really well. And then if you look at his other machines, starting in the 80s, machines weren't selling that well. Vector, 3,500. Grand Slam, 1,000. Kings of Steel, 2,900. Spy Hunter, 2,300. So he reached like kind of a slump towards the end, but really a lot of the tables he worked on: Xenon, Harlem Globetrotters, Paragon, Supersonic, $6 Million Man, Bobby Orr's Power Play. What else here? Captain Fantastic, all at least 10,000 units. So very crazy that he worked on a lot of good machines. So I just wanted to get that out there. Another interesting thing about this table was it was originally designed in 1976 as a prototype called Starship. So I'm not sure exactly why it was never released in 76 as a two-player game, but it re-released basically 3 years later, and what became known as Supersonic. The artwork on the playfield was the same, but some of the graphics were changed, like on the slings and stuff like that. But pretty much the playfield artwork is the same. So you kind of got to wonder, why did they wait 3 years? But in any event, it still was a popular release. Maybe they did something right. There was also new and improved soundboards. This one had 32 tone commands. I'm not really sure about all the technical aspects of it, but apparently it was a lot better than previous soundboards from Bally. But what's interesting is that this table was based on Concorde's international and transatlantic flights, with destinations pretty much between Europe and North America, so between the transatlantic. So the reason why it's called supersonic is because these flights were known for their supersonic speed and luxurious travel. So you could go between New York, DC to London. It operated in airports in New York, British Airways, Paris, Air France, and to go from New York to London only took about 3.5 hours. So that is pretty fast. So I'm guessing if you had the money, and you maybe worked or you had a business trip overseas, you could just use the international transatlantic flight there. But sadly, it's no longer in service because the operating costs were really high, and then towards the future, towards the end, people were not traveling as internationally anymore, and there was a lot of risks to, flying at those speeds. So it pretty much halted. But I thought it was an interesting kind of thing that I really never knew about. So we're going to go here. We're going to play this version from UnclePaulie. And we'll see how we do here. It's got a really interesting and beautiful play field. It's got rollover buttons on the left. You have ways to score specials. If you look at the left bank of drop targets, you can see that once you complete that bank, you can get a special 3,000 when lit, extra ball. You got more rollover buttons in the middle, and you have the popular return gate. So return to plunger, you got a spinner, a lot of rollovers up top, and pay attention to the artwork as well. Look at the slingshots. You can see a family inside one of those supersonic planes, and then you can see on the right slingshot a man reading a newspaper during a flight. And then you can see the Eiffel Tower. So, and then on the top middle left, you can see it looks like a flight attendant. And then on the top, you can see more flight attendants. Looks like a pilot on the left. And the right looks like passenger. So let's go here. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see how we can do on Supersonic. Oh, check this out. There's like a little tiny, almost like a primitive peg. I think it's used to help the ball get into the gate when the gate's open. I want to get the gate open. Oh, see how important that gate is when it's open? It's the middle rollover, I think. The top one? This one. Oh, it just missed! Oh, jeez. Well, guys, thank you for watching me play Supersonic. Challenging table, but very fun. It's one that I probably will revisit again because there's so much to do. Like, I never got the gate open, but it's a simple thing, so I think you'll enjoy this. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to try my best to keep on uploading VPX videos. Until next time, take care.